Yeah, hi, welcome to Vlogmas Day 12. I'm livid. I just recorded this whole video and it was 21 minutes and 28 seconds. My camera was facing the wrong way because I was trying to use my back camera for you, and all I recorded was the bottom of my computer screen. Hi, welcome to Vlogmas Day 12. I really have nothing to say except for the fact that it's amateur hour and I'm just about done. But Kayla said just mouth the words and put the audio over it, and I don't have the patience for that because I'm going to have to study it and figure out exactly what I said, everything that I said. So we're just going to rattle through this again. It's going to be a lot shorter because I don't feel like editing. I just want to get back to watching my Supernatural, and I want to play Sims, and I just want to be left alone. God, I'm so upset. Okay, so... Okay. I think I feel better now. So today is going to be our bookish guide to gift giving. I have, I think, about 30 to 35 different ideas for bookish gifts. I'm going to rattle through them quickly. I'll put links in the description. I'll put pictures if I need to. Yeah, I'm fed up. I don't want to do this again. Anyway, we're just going to jump right into it. So first and foremost, which I think is the most obvious, you can get books for this person. I'm just going to start deleting things as I go because now I know that I'm at least looking at the camera and I know that the camera's looking at me. So books are always a safe bet. And if you don't know what books they want or what books they have or don't have, that's probably going to be annoying. So you can always go the route of giving them a gift card to either Barnes & Noble or Amazon or their favorite local bookstore if they have one. That is always another safe bet. Next, we have bookish prints. I've mentioned my bookish print of the wyvern with the book on my green wall that you've probably seen in other videos. But what I did with that one was I was being very impatient that weekend and I wanted my wall to be complete. So I got a digital copy on Etsy. I bought it on Etsy. And then I printed it myself at CVS or Walgreens. And that's it. It was real quick and easy. But if you want to save yourself some effort, because I did more running around than I had to because I was being impatient. But if you have time and patience, which I do not, you can always order the actual physical print from these Etsy shops, most likely, and then that's better for the seller too. So, hi, sorry about that. Now my phone ran out of storage. If you could just kindly like, comment, subscribe, share, do whatever you have to do, because I need to buy myself a camera because this is ridiculous. Just everything that's happened tonight is absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, I think we're talking about bookish prints. If you have time and patience, which I do not, you can just order the prints and it's better for the Etsy seller. They'll get more money out of it, etc. Moving on to bookish sweatshirts. I'm wearing I don't know if you can tell, I can't see it in the camera myself, my Violent Little Thing sweatshirt. I've worn it in multiple videos at this point. I swear I washed it, I promise. It came out of the wash today before I put it on. I have my little Tiernan and Darna on the sleeve. I love this sweatshirt. It's so comfortable. It's the perfect oversized size for me. Just any oversized sweatshirt. It doesn't have to be related to a specific book if you don't know your reader all that well, but you can always just get one that's book themed. Even if it just says, like, I know there's the Literary Club, I think it's called. They have really cute merch and it just says like the Literary Club. Or you can get Hot Girls Read. Those are cute. Sweatshirts, like crew neck sweatshirts or hoodie sweatshirts. T-shirts. I know there's a ton of bookish t-shirts on TikTok shop. Really any kind of merch. There's socks that are related to reading. You can get them a blanket that's either book themed or a specific book that they like. I would love a blanket that's Valaris, actually. I don't know why I just thought of that. But you can also get them a heated blanket or a weighted blanket. Again, it depends on your person. You know them better than I do. But any of those things would be great. The idea of just contributing to their cozy vibe while they're reading, perfect. That's enough. Next, we have a bookish stamp. A book stamp or a book embosser. I have been waffling between the two for a very long time now. I have not bought myself either. I really want to buy myself an embosser, but I'm a Libra and I'm very indecisive, so I can't decide on a design that I want. I was contemplating stamp because Kayla did mention that her book embosser crinkled her whole page, and that makes me unhappy. But I'm thinking a book stamp would be more difficult because I know that I have a stamp with mine and Devin's name and address on it for our wedding invitations and whatnot. And that stamp, if you don't hit it perfectly, it won't come out even. And then if you try to hit it again, you'll either miss where it was lined up, or there'll be some of it's bold and some of it's not. It's a pain. I'd rather the embosser. That's just me. Next, I've seen these bookish, these books I've read counters, or books I've read this year. These are so cute. I want one so bad, but again, I'm indecisive, and you can change different aspects of it, and I want a bunch of them, so I have not been able to decide and order one. Next, we have bookish jewelry. I've seen websites that have more subtle nods to books and series and stuff that you would have to know the book or series to understand the reference. But I've also seen just a little, it's a locket, but it's a book necklace. That's it. But they have rings, they have earrings, they have necklaces, bracelets, anything you can think of, any kind of jewelry, I'm sure they have it in book version. And it's perfect. Next, we have a book stack candle, and we're going to talk about Kayla again because she got me one for Christmas last year, and I have not lit it. I will never light it. It's just perfect. It's so cute, and it's the perfect decor. I'm a big candle girl personally. I always have a candle lit. I have one lit right now, but I will never light that one because it's perfect. I don't want to ruin it. Continuing on the candle train, you can get candles that are themed, either just bookish themed or specific books or series. I know Barnes & Noble has some, and I've seen a lot of them. I've seen some at the Rip Bodice, which is in Brooklyn, if you're in New York. I think there's another Rip Bodice in California, if I'm not mistaken. And I've seen in like the smaller bookshops, bookstores, they have a bigger candle section, I feel. But they have candles, magnets, socks. They have so many little bookish gifts there. You can't go wrong. But I've seen a lot of bookish candles, and I've smelled a lot of them, and then I'll buy the whole line, the whole brand. But alas, again, I am cheap and I cannot afford things. Next, we have a book vase. I have seen a few of these. I love them all. I think they're precious. They're just not something that I have been able to bring myself to spend money on. I'd want it as a gift, if anything. That applies to a lot of these gift ideas, which I feel like is the perfect excuse for you to shop for your bookish person. I think they're really cute, perfect decor. Who doesn't love having flowers, actually? Next, we're going to talk about bookmarks. And going along with bookmarks, we have something to put their bookmarks in. I'm going to show you what my bookmarks are in right now. And you're probably going to get a little hee hee ha ha out of it. But, so I have this cute little candle. I think the jar is precious, right? So I put my bookmarks in it. But my bookmarks are not just in the candle. Don't be silly. My bookmarks are in a Home Depot bucket. Devin came home with this for me one day, and he was like, I got you something. He was like, it was only 98 cents, but I think you'd like it. It's really cute. And it's precious. And he knows me very well. But I have some bookmarks in here. These two I bought from Kayla. My little dragon bookmark, my Life of a Showgirl bookmark. When you buy books at like a smaller bookstore, I feel like they usually throw in a bookmark with your receipt. So I have one from the bookstore out in Riverhead. And then this is technically a letter opener. But I think it's a really cool bookmark, and I don't use it as a letter opener. So now it's a bookmark. That's what my bookmarks are in right now. It's not the most aesthetic, it's not the cutest, but I think it's cute. So alas, here we are. But you could also, if you're on a budget, you could also make bookmarks. Super easy. You can make a little collage on Canva or anything and then have them printed and laminated. It's really easy. And I think a homemade gift like that is precious, especially if it's catered to that specific person. You could put their name on it, whatever. You could really do anything. You could probably make it with the Cricut too. It all just depends on your craftiness. Next, we have special editions. So you can get a special edition of their specific book that they like, or you can get them dust jackets for books that they already have that they can just swap out. So I have the special edition dust jackets of ACOTAR, the whole series, and I love them. I hunted them down. I got notifications for when they were going to be available again, the whole nine. Where you get them from just depends what you're going to pay, basically. But Kayla also, because Kayla is in every single video. Last Christmas, she also bought me a fourth wing from Zayden's Point of View that's beautifully bound in it's a nice hardcover and everything. I know that was a pretty penny, but it's beautiful and it looks beautiful on my Empyrean shelf. So you can always go that route too. Next, we're going to talk about all things Kindle. So starting off with, you can buy them a Kindle. Again, this depends on your price range, but for cheaper things, you can get them a gooseneck holder. I have one of these. I don't use it nearly as much as I should. I do need to set it up, and so it's facing my couch and it's angled properly and everything, because my little hands are always cold, and I like to have them under the blanket with me, and I can't if I have to turn pages, so, and highlight and whatnot. So I don't think you can highlight with the clicker. Well, I know you can't highlight with the clicker, but if they have self-control and don't highlight every line of the book like I do, then it's fine. But so the gooseneck and the Kindle clicker kind of go hand in hand. I have this kind of remote for my clicker with just the buttons. I've seen the little ring ones too. Those are really cool. But this is the one that I have. I got it, like, this was the one when I got mine. So that's what I have. It works great. I really like it. It fits around my case and everything. It's perfect. But continuing on the Kindle, in the Kindle category, we have Kindle case. I just have my Kindle. Okay, she's over here. Sorry. Please hold. We have Kindle case. I also have these little dust plug charms. This one says Fantasy Girly on it. Super cute. Not really a point to it, but again, it's just a little more customization for your Kindle, and I just think they're really cute. But anywho, this is my case. Sorry, she's kind of hard to get off. It's just clear with sparkles, and then if you want to take it a step further, you can get them either Bookish stickers and they can make their own little collage in their case, or you can get them a Bookish insert. I got mine off of Etsy. You can also make these if you wanted to. You just have to cut it to the right dimensions. But you can look up the dimensions of their Kindle fairly easily. So I just have a little two-piece thing going on here. But I think this is beautiful. I think the sparkles add the perfect amount of pizzazz to this. And then you put my little charm back in. And you are good to go. This is my Kindle. It's very personalized to me. Okay, what else? You can also get them a pop socket. I don't have a pop socket on mine right now because I don't want to cover any of this. It's gorgeous. I also highly recommend a magnetic pop socket and not a stick permanently pop socket, because I had a pop socket, like a sticky one, on my actual Kindle. And then I was trying to get it off of my Kindle, and I tried to pry a little screwdriver underneath it, and there is a gouge in the back of my Kindle. If you saw it, that's what it is. But I'm not friends with the sticky ones. I really like the MagSafe. You can get MagSafe cases, or you can just get a MagSafe sticker to slap on your case. There are really a ton of options, but I suggest a magnetic pop socket just in case, because if you do get the gooseneck, or if you get a different kind of Kindle stand, which we'll go over in a second, it might interfere with the bracket that's supposed to hold on to it. It might be too bulky at that point. So just food for thought. But the other kind of Kindle holder you could get is the one with the bowl. I've been tempted. I don't need it, but I've been tempted. And I don't really know why, because I'm not a big, like, snacker while I eat. I'm not a big snacker while I read, but that's probably because I have no self-control and I need to highlight the whole book. So, again, you know your person better than I do. There are still plenty of things we need to go over. You can get them a book nook to go on their shelf. I don't have any yet. I do want one. I want to try to find one that's like perfectly what I want. I want a romantic-y themed one. But my sister-in-law just did one recently. It's not a book. It's not like a little tiny book nook. It's like a big one that goes on a shelf. But she did one. It's beautiful. She said it took forever and there were a million pieces. But she also got this really cool case. And it has a light in it. And it lights it up beautifully. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But she knows all the gadgets and whatnot. But that's another really cute idea. Going on your bookshelf again, we can talk about bookshelf signs. I've seen like romance, fantasy, dark romance. I think they're so cute. They're just little like hangers you would see outside of a shop in a town. That was really descriptive. Anyway, I think they're cute, and I'll put pictures and links and whatever so you know what I'm talking about, because I can't describe anything at this point. This is my second, sort of almost third time recording this. But anyway, for physical book readers, we can get reading lights. Love reading lights. They have the ones that clamp on top of the book and like kind of hang over with adjustable brightness and whatnot, or they have the neck ones that shine on the book, or they have the it's a rectangle, and the whole rectangle lights up, and you just put it on top of your page and it kind of lights up the whole thing. I had one of those and it got very scratched because I did not take care of it, so then I couldn't really read through it. It wasn't really working out for me anymore, so I did get rid of it. You can also go the route of getting a reading journal. They have these digital and physical as well. For the iPad girlies who are super like in their iPad, you can get the digital ones. I have tried the digital one. I did not keep up with it. It's fun, but it's a lot of work. And I like things perfect, which is why I don't have any kind of reading journal where I print out the cover, because I'll never cut it straight enough. I'll never glue it right. It'll always not be perfect to the color. I don't like paying for ink either. There's a whole lot of things. I'm a very picky person. But going back to contributing to the reading vibe for your reader, you can get them tea or coffee if they like either. I don't really like either, but anything cozy that they really like, if they have a favorite drink. Doesn't have to be warm. Could be anything. Also, their favorite snacks. If you just want to like, if you got them the Kindle stand with the bowl, you can get them a snack, you can get them a drink, and they can just be all set up. And a blanket, oh, you're done. You are the best gift giver ever. If they have the space for it, which I do not, unfortunately, a reading chair is also a great gift. Again, it depends on your budget, but one day when I have a library and space for it, I will have a reading chair. So I will be getting one eventually. Next, we have noise canceling headphones. I wanted to get Beats. I did not have Beats money. So I wound up getting, I did a lot of research before I bought anything, but I wound up getting these Soundcore headphones, and I love them. They have 3 modes. They have the normal mode, noise canceling mode, and a be aware mode. And just switching through the 3 modes while they're on is so cool just to hear the difference. That's a technology I don't understand, but I think it's awesome. And I wear them all the time, whether if Devin's sitting on the couch right there and watching TV and I want to be over here listening to a book, or it's usually a book, or watch my show on my computer over here. They're just great. I love them and I use them all the time. And they're pink and cute, so why not? Next, we have a Bookish phone case. I know there's one brand. I have to look and see what the name of the brand is. I don't think it's Casetify or Casely or whatever. I have to find it, but I'll put the link. They have a beautiful dragon collection of phone cases, and I love them, but they're so expensive. So I have not brought myself to buy one yet. But they are beautiful. So it's always an option. Again, you can go the route of a favorite book series or just generic books. And last but not least, we're going to talk about like crafty stuff. So we only have 2 things here. So first we have Bookish crafts / gem art or gem paintings. I have 2 gem paintings that I have on my to-do little area over here that are book themed. They have dragons on them, which obviously we know my dragon situation. And I think they might both be dragons with books. I'll have to double check. I'll put links and pictures and stuff of the ones that I have specifically. But you can also get Bookish puzzles. I would say Bookish advent calendars too, but I think it's a little too late for that. But Bookish puzzles are really fun. So I'm going to tell you what I did to make my Bookish puzzle. When I was really deep in my Fourth Wing obsession, like peak obsession, okay. When I was really deep in my Fourth Wing obsession, I wanted a Fourth Wing puzzle so bad. And the ones that I was finding online were not making me happy. So I was like, you know what? This is my attitude with so many things, and that's why I am the way that I am. And it's just a problem. But I hear the TikTok sound in my head all the time when Thanos he goes, fine, I'll do it myself. That's all I ever hear in my head. So I couldn't find a puzzle that was making me happy, that it was what I want. So I was like, you know what? Fine, I'll make one. So I went on to Pinterest and I found a whole bunch of fan art for Fourth Wing, the whole series, and I made a collage. And then I took said collage and I sent it to Shutterfly and I said, hey, make me a puzzle. A lot of pieces. I want to do this. And it came, it's beautiful. So, and I don't know, let me know if you're a puzzle person. Do you put a puzzle together once and then glue it and never put it together again? Or do you put it together and then take it all apart so you can put it together again down the line? Because I'm the latter. I'm doing a puzzle multiple times. That is not a one-use thing for me. Apparently that makes me crazy. I'm just like, what do you mean you're going to do it again? You're just going to... That's why that took you so long. You're going to do it again? I don't know. Anyway, I think that's all my ideas for right now. I think that was plenty. You should have plenty of ideas. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. But that's all I got for right now because I'm shot and I need to edit this and get it uploaded. But anyway, that is it for Vlogmas Day 12. Thank you for watching and I will see you tomorrow for Day 13.